Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So, yes, per my request, I asked you guys to ask me motherhood questions, general questions, and y'all came through. I love it for you. We need to find a name to call our community. I feel like at least I have like a few people here who are like they always watch my videos. We have to find a name to call ourselves. We have to think. Leave a comment in the comment section. Think about what we can call ourselves as relating to this video. Maybe Fade Farm or the F family. I don't know. Let's just call ourselves something. A name. So when I come on, you'll be like, "Hi, Fade Farm." Fade Farm actually sounds like a cool name, or Fade Gang, or the Fade Money Clan, something like that. So if you are interested in knowing how I'm handling being a mom of two, how motherhood is, my advice to motherhood, what age should you be having babies? These are the questions you guys asked me. If you're interested, make sure to keep watching. So question number one says, how has it been being a mom of two? It's been tasking. It has, brought out another side of me. And that's with me. I don't know about other people, but one thing about me that I've realized about my life is with every stage that I'm getting to, even though I'm anticipating that it will be harder, one thing that I'm learning is that I always have strength for it. I always have the grace for it. So at the end of the day, you can basically say I am helped by God. I can't say that, oh, I can do it by myself or I'm such an expert. It's really being helped by God. So how has it been being a mom of two? I feel like it has brought out a new me, that I didn't know was on the inside. It has stretched me further. It has strengthened me further. So I have a new level of strength. I've unlocked a new level of strength, basically. So is it draining? Yes. Is it tasking? Yes. Is it harder than being a mom of one? Obviously, because even now I don't have like help like nanny. Of course, I have my siblings that always come to help me. Shout out to my siblings. I love them. It's good to be firstborn sometimes. These are the benefits. Shout out to my mom, my farm, yeah. But like at the end of the day, sometimes you're alone. Like in the mornings when my first son has to go to school, I have to prepare him for school, and then the baby is crying. I have to carry the baby, and my husband will be at home. On some days, my husband is at home when he's working from home, but many times he has to go to work, and I have to take care of the two of them. Like it's always those mornings are always crazy. But as soon as the first son is out of the house and he has gone to school, I'm like, ah, thank you, Jesus. I feel like I can now breathe. So, yes, being a mom of two has been hard, but I'm adjusting. I'm doing well. I think so, if I do say so myself. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's just I'm helped. I'm helped. I'm graced. I'm strengthened. I have no fears. It's as simple as that. Question number two says, what is the major difference between your first and your second pregnancy? So, my first pregnancy, I don't think there was a major difference, to be honest. I feel like the two pregnancies were the same. That's why my husband could guess that it would probably be a boy because the two of them had the same vibe, the same glow, the same, like I can't think of any major difference between the two of them. I think the only major difference was I didn't spit a lot in my second pregnancy. My second pregnancy, I didn't have a spitting episode. But my first, there were times when I used to spit. Like there was like a 1 month period that I was spitting a lot. I even had to be carrying bottles. Then my first pregnancy, I think I also vomited more. But apart from that, two of them, the two pregnancies were the same. But the delivery process, the second pregnancy was easier in the delivery process, maybe because I'd done it before. If you've not watched my supernatural testimony on my delivery, how I just had a baby in 2 hours, make sure to go and watch it. I have linked it. I will link it somewhere. Please watch it, okay? But yeah, apart from that, my first and second pregnancy were very similar. Maybe because they were both boys. But people always say that. And this is a myth. I want you guys to tell me in the comment section, do you believe it? That boy moms usually glow in their pregnancy more than girl moms. People actually believe that the girls take the beauty from the moms. So me, I wanted to debunk it in this second pregnancy. Like, it's not true because I thought I was having a girl because I was glowing. But apparently it was another boy. So I don't know. You guys tell me, do you people agree that boy pregnancies, the moms always glow, and the girl pregnancies, the girls always take their mommy's beauty? Is it true? Comment below. Let's talk about it. Next question says that what is my advice to young women that are about to go on this motherhood journey? How can I advise them? Okay, so what I'll say is first thing, be prepared mentally for the task that motherhood is. Don't be afraid, just be prepared. I don't like to make people feel afraid because I'm sharing, like when you're sharing something about motherhood and someone say, ah, this motherhood thing. No, don't be afraid, okay? Everybody has different journey. Many people have easy pregnancies. Declare what you want. And if it's not easy, no, God will give you strength in the ease, in the pain. Okay? That's what I'll just say. But my advice basically is be prepared for the fact that pregnancy and motherhood is a task. It is tasking. So it will require your blood and your sweat. Literally, because when you're giving birth, you're removing blood. Personally, I feel like motherhood takes a lot of your emotional strength personally. So like I was just thinking about like when your child falls sick, it feels like you're the one that is sick. You can't go to work. Like if your child is sick, you have to call in and say, "Oh, my child is sick. I'm sorry, I can't come to work." Or you're at work and then they call you. You have to start, panicking, trying to get home early enough. So I feel like it requires a sort of emotional agility. So I think that you should gauge your own emotional strength to decide on the number of children you want to have. If you love children but you don't have the emotional strength, the spiritual capability, because now you have to be praying for three children when you have three. If you have four, you pray for four, then you take care of four minus financial strength. I feel like emotional strength is such a key for me as a person. So for me, I'll just say that check and gauge your emotional strength. Are you capable of what you're about to go into? It's very important. Another advice that I'll give you is that, and this is an unpopular opinion, but I'm going to say it. I feel like pregnancy and the whole parenting thing falls more on women. And yeah, men can help. They are not helping their children, yeah, but men can be involved. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's a woman that feels the brunt of the parenting journey. Okay, from the pregnancy, the husband will just be rubbing your back, but he cannot feel the pain. So, as a woman, make a decision that's best for you. And it may be selfish to say that, and I don't mean at the expense of your partner per se, but both of you should have a conversation around it, but make a very good decision that is best for you. Because for example, when you give birth, they give you the leave, maternity leave, but they don't give your husband paternity leave. Even if they give him, maximum they'll give him is 1 week, 2 weeks. That's a generous company. They'll give him 2 weeks, 3 weeks. At the end of the day, the first 3 months, you'll be alone at home with the child. Your husband will be at work because he has to go to work. It's not his fault. You can be resentful and say, "Oh, he's not helping me." But the fact is, the man has to go to work like 5 a.m. the next day. In the night, he may not be able to give as much as you require him. So you have to have that mental thing in your head that I'm going to take like 90% of this work in this motherhood journey when it comes to like the physical part. Yes, your husband will be there for the financial part. When they start growing, both of you are parenting together, like decision making and everything. I don't know if you get me. I really hope that you guys understand this point, but it's something that I really want to pass across, that women should understand that when your children are small, the higher part of the job is on you. That's why it's you that they gave maternity leave to, because the companies are expecting you to do more of the job. So make a decision that is good for you. So if you know there is three children that you're capable of, if your husband can be saying, "No, I like children, I want 5 children," sit him down and make him understand that, fam, when I'm raising these children, you'll be at work. And me, I'm the one that'll be taking care of the people, the crying, the breastfeeding. It's a lot. Another advice I would love to give women is, I don't want you to ever get into the box of saying, "Oh, can I choose between my career and motherhood?" Don't do that, okay? Get in that space where you know that you can do the both together. Don't sacrifice one on the altar of one, because at the end of the day, you may be resentful. But if you know you don't like career, maybe you were just doing it before and now you've had a baby, you want to let your career go, no problem. But don't sacrifice one on the altar of one, except you have no choice at that moment, and you just have to do it, and then later you get back in your groove. But I'm not of the school of thought of sacrificing parenting for career or career for parenting. I feel like you can do the both. Yes, some jobs are more tasking. Don't get a job that is too tasking more than your capacity. Number two, live around your house. That way, I mean, walk around your house. So that way, if you're not living, I feel like people that have tough motherhood is people that are living in Yanokpaja, working in Lekki. It will obviously be harder than someone that lives in Lekki and works in Lekki. She'll get home earlier than you will get home. Maximize help a lot. At the end of the day, I just want to say that just engage the wisdom of God and just know that you're helped by God. That's all. Next question says, at what point did you know that you, or did you know or think that you were ready for motherhood? I think the moment I got married, I already knew that I wanted to have babies. You know, some people actually get into marriage thinking, I don't want to have babies. Some people get into marriage afraid of the idea of having babies. I had no fear. I had no, and I did not have any premonition before I even got married. That, oh, what if babies don't come? I did not think of things like that. Yes, even if it happened to me, even if I had to wait if I had my babies, I would have, gone through it like all the other women that went through it and had their testimonies. But I didn't enter into marriage fearful of motherhood. So I entered with the hope of having my own babies. So at what point then I was ready for motherhood? The very moment I got married, I knew that at this point anything can happen. So when we got married, we planned to wait initially, but later we're like, let's just do what we want to do and move on because I have a lot of things to do with my life. So let me just get this babying thing out of the way. So I would just say that at the point I was married, I knew that I was ready for motherhood. But if you say, how did you prepare for motherhood? I'll say that, just listening to other moms, praying over my future babies. Even before I got married, I was praying over my future babies. I used to lay my hands on my stomach and pray for them. Pray that they will achieve, pray that I will not have issues. Just pray over them. By the way, if you're not, if you're pregnant or you're planning to be pregnant and you want to, have some pregnancy declaration, I have a video that I posted. You can check it out. Finally, the final question says that how are you able to juggle work, prayer, Bible study, especially when you get home really tired? I don't know. I feel like this is a question that a lot of people ask me, and maybe I just have a life hack. Maybe I'm really doing this thing well because really a lot of people ask me, "How are you able? How are you able?" I think the number one thing for me really is multitasking. I am able to multitask. I'm able to use help when I can. Another thing is that I'll just say that I'm helped and I'm strengthened. I feel like when God gives you a job to do, He gives you the grace to achieve it. So being able to do YouTube, for example, as I'm filming this video, my first son is over there watching me, disturbing my video. My next son is sleeping, thank God. But if he was not sleeping, I would actually carry him like this, be feeding him, raise my camera up so it will only be my face showing, and I will still be filming. So I'm able to understand that I don't have time, so I maximize the time that I have. I think that's really the best answer that I can give anyone that is asking me this question, and I prioritize my spiritual life. The fact is, I don't watch as many movies as many people do. I maximize my time and I prioritize my spiritual life. So the time that some people used to watch movie, me, I'll say, okay, let me read my Bible plan. Let me listen to this sermon so that I'm able because scripture says that where a man's treasure is, there his heart is. So for me, my spiritual life is my treasure because I had a strong spiritual life before I got married. So it's my treasure. So for me, I'm like, I cannot let it die just because I'm married or because I have babies. So I'm going to do everything in my capacity to ensure that my spiritual life does not die. So it could also mean waking up extra early. This is what I tell people that I mentor. I tell them, how about you wake up 1 hour earlier? Sleep early so that you can wake up 1 hour earlier to pray. For now, like now that I have two babies, I usually just wake up like 5:30 or 6. I could be sleeping because I'm on leave, but I say no, I want to pray. So 5:30, I'm up, or sometimes 6, I get up. Because when the baby even wakes like 5:30, I'm just like, no need sleeping back, no need pressing my phone. I just get up and start to pray. Like 6:30, I join my community prayer, which is the next level prayer. I pray along again. Before you know, like 7:30, I'm done praying while I'm also cooking. I leave my room to go and cook like 6:30. Then I would have had like 1 hour of prayer. Sometimes I go and cook. I go and take my baby's bath like 7. sometimes I would have cooked the night before. So it's all about planning your life and prioritizing. So the time that you may be using to talk to your friend, go when you're on the bus, for example, prioritize that time and maximize, squeeze out as much time as you can from life. But one thing I'll say is if you're always overwhelmed, there is a wisdom problem. So if your job is requiring too much of you, every job has a busy season. But if your job is requiring to always be busy, then maybe that job is not for you. That's what I would also say. So I hope this video has really been helpful. If it has, leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me which point resonated with you. And please like this video, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, share it with someone you know will really need this video. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.